All right, what's up, deadbeats? In this video, I'm going to talk about how I lost $150,000 on a product launch 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm going to talk about the lessons that I learned from this massive failure. My name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate, and if you're trying to create a passive income online business from the comfort of your living room sofa, this is the channel for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and then tick that bell icon so that you're notified of any videos that I release when I release them. All right, so today I'm gonna go over some of the lessons that I learned from one of the biggest failures of my internet marketing career. So this was 3 or 4 years ago. It was a software product launch. Basically, the software helped get viral traffic. And I pretty much did everything that you can think of wrong with it. So I'm going to talk about those things that I did wrong and some philosophies and all that good stuff. So lesson number 1 is that when you have a big failure, don't talk about it. So I'm breaking that rule in this video only because I want you deadbeats to know that not everything is going to work out. So my biggest failure, all in all, $150,000. It happens. You just got to keep moving on. So rule number 1, don't talk about your failures when you have them. All right, lesson number 2, you know that saying where they say time is more important than money? Well, there is something more important than time, and that is your energy and your emotional well-being. All right, so I was so engrossed into this particular product launch, this software product, that I pretty much wore myself to the bone. I wasn't sleeping, and as a deadbeat, you know how bad that can be. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating. I was just so focused on this product that everything went to shreds. So as part of that, I kind of burnt out for about 2 years. I wore myself down so far that it took me 2 years to recover back to the energy levels and the mind state that I was at prior to that product launch. All right, so conserve your energy. That is very important. And monitor your emotional well-being. Are you overstressed or overtaxed? Very important to take mental notes of that particular aspect of your, I guess you could say, psychological well-being. All right, lesson number 3 is that through this failure, I learned my limitations. All right, so when you have back-to-back success, you start to get overconfident. You start to think in your head, I can do anything. It's possible for me to conquer and build anything that I put my mind on, and this can be very dangerous. So I think the guy was Napoleon. Don't quote me on this. I don't have this particular historical thing down pat here, but Napoleon was able to conquer all of Europe and that whole hemisphere over there. And basically what happened is that he kept expanding outwards, wanting more and more territory because he got too successful and he didn't know when to stop. So what happened is basically since he expanded so far out, his entire empire collapsed because he was unable to sustain it. Now, when you have back-to-back success over and over again, it's easy to start thinking that you're invincible and that nothing can stop you, especially when you're younger. So be very careful when you start seeing success not to go push yourself too far out of the limits. Just start thinking about how you can incrementally increase your success one little day or one bit at a time. All right, lesson number 4, I think it was number 4, is that you have to avoid the tendency to want to create something epic never seen before. So the idea behind this software was I was going to solve a problem that no one else was able to solve before. And I think that lures a lot of entrepreneurs into this territory, which is very, very risky. All right, so if there's a problem that hasn't been solved before, most likely, especially nowadays, there's a reason why. So that reason is typically that it's either costs too much money, too much manpower, or it's just too daunting of a task. So if you're just starting out, instead of trying to do that epic accomplishment, start thinking about doing some smaller, more stable, proven ways to start a business rather than going after that big epic idea. All right, now to develop further on that point, what I recommend you do is focus on businesses that you can do in about 3 to 6 months. All right, none of this stuff a year or 2 from now. We're talking a quick business that you can launch literally within about 3 months. All right, even sooner if you can, but 3 to 6 months, 6 months is even pushing it. The reason why is you're gonna be so invested into that idea that your money's gonna start dwindling, your energy, your motivation to finish the project, that it could even fail 6 months from now or a year from now, so you've wasted an entire year. All right, so start focusing on businesses that you can do in 3 to 6 months from now. All right, the 5th lesson that I learned was don't create a business that is entirely dependent on one skilled person. So the problem with this particular product was the software was so intense and I had one programmer doing it all that the software got so complicated that no one else can do it. Now this can become a problem because if that employee or that contractor becomes unmotivated or discouraged about the project, it can slow you down and their motivation will wane, meaning that they're going to still charge you more and more money each month, and the production is going to decrease. So if you have only one person on the job, you're in the kind of a risky position. Everyone knows that, but it's very easy to get lulled into this idea that I'll just give it to one person and they're going to take care of it. So be very careful of that. If you can, get 2 or 3 different programmers that you can switch between and have your first programmer or the second one comment out every single line of code that they could do or every function in the software if that's what you plan to create software. All right, and the 6th lesson, this might be 7, I don't know at this point. If you want to create a product, don't try to create the all-in-one solution or a product that does 5 different things. Just focus on creating a simple product that does one thing really well. Reason why is because not only can you launch it quicker, but that product that does one thing really well is going to do a better job and it'll get better recognition, and it's easier to pitch something that does one thing really well. Now the problem is if you try to do this 3-in-1 or this 5-in-1 software, each one of those products is going to be mediocre, and it's going to be very hard for you to pitch a product that does 5 different things mediocre. All right, so instead of doing the all-in-one, think about creating simple software or simple products or simple affiliate sites that just do one thing really well. All right, last but not least, one final thought about this is that if you do a prototype, so I actually, the software that I'm talking about, I actually did like a smaller launch after about 6 months, and it didn't really go too well at that point. So at that point, I should have just pulled out, quit the software, shut it down at that moment. But I got so stubborn that I continued to press forward, and I was thinking in my head, I'm just gonna make it better, I'm gonna figure it out, I'm gonna crack the code, and once I do, I'm gonna have this epic software that everyone's gonna talk about. But all in all, if your prototype launch or your version 1 launch doesn't do really well and you only get mediocre results, I'd say that it's best just to quit rather than try to push forward and improve it slowly but surely. Usually that initial test run is going to tell you whether or not you've hit a home run or it's just going to be a mediocre or a dud. All right, so all in all, final thoughts. Software business, very hard to get into if you're a beginner. What I recommend you do is stick with some more basic proven things that you can start doing, putting into action and seeing results within a month from now. So one of the business models that I'm a big fan of, and this is what I actually went back to after this big failure, I just went right back into affiliate marketing full force, is I recommend that you start with affiliate marketing. This is what I did after I did this $150,000 failure, and I started making even more money as an affiliate than ever before. So I do have a free guide that you can access. I think it's on the top right of the screen here. Somewhere right here is going to be a video card that pops up. Click that video card and that guide will show you step by step how to create an Amazon affiliate website from scratch. So everything from keyword research, market research, creating a website, creating content, generating traffic so that you can start earning affiliate commissions in your spare time. All right, so you can get that by clicking this video card or going to deadbeatuniversity.com/guide. All right, with that said, my name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate. If you enjoyed this video, join the Deadbeat Revolution today by clicking the circle subscribe button underneath this video. Also, to my left is that free guide that I just talked about. And also, if you haven't, check out the additional videos on my channel right here. I'll see you deadbeats later.